Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've actually filmed a video. As I've said before, these videos are mainly just for my own record. I feel like in the future I'm just going to look back at them and just see my own university experience. But I do feel like it may be useful to some other people as well. So I'm about almost 6 months into university. It's been amazing. It's also been a roller coaster, and I'm just going to explain everything about my experience so far, from academic to social life. I feel like a lot of people will mainly want to know about the academics, especially if you are applying to Liverpool and specifically medicine. So just to start off with lectures, so obviously for us with the pandemic, with COVID, everything's been online, so our lectures are all online and they are pre-recorded for us, but we do have occasional lectures which are also maybe live. We also have seminars, in case you don't know what seminars are. So once we finished a bunch of lectures, we have whoever led those lectures lead the seminar with a bunch of questions that the whole year has the opportunity to answer. Those are so helpful, and they are probably the most helpful things for me, because basically our exams work like MCQs, and in case you don't know what that is, that's multiple choice questions. People now may be thinking, oh, multiple choice, so easy. No, that is not the case. Is this even filming? Let me check. Okay, it is. Okay, so in terms of how lectures are given, so obviously as expected you're going to have sciencey lectures, and they are known as science of medicine. So we are taught in different blocks. So we have foundation block first, and foundation block is essentially A-level content but more advanced, and personally that was the most boring block for me and the hardest one to get through, but after that it's so much more fun. Then we did endocrine, which is like about all the glands and everything, the organs. Then MSK, and MSK is musculoskeletal system, so you're learning about all the bones in the body, muscles, all of that, and that's probably been one of my most enjoyable ones, even though it has been the hardest to learn because there's just so much knowledge to take in. We've also just done urogenital system, and we're starting respiratory from tomorrow, so I will probably update you once this year has finished, on how it's been so far. So of course I have told you that we have science of medicine, but we also have theme sort of lectures and theme sessions in person. By theme sessions I mean we have good doctor. So good doctor is where you're looking at the qualities of doctor, working in a team, those sorts of stuff that isn't more sciencey but more quality based. We also have HARC sessions. So as you imagine, in medical school you're going to learn about anatomy, you're going to learn about different parts of the body. In Liverpool they do prosections. So essentially what happens is almost every 2 weeks, or sometimes every week, we go into the anatomy resource centre and we are looking at prosections depending on what system we're on. So if it's MSK we might be looking at certain muscles, and if it's endocrine we might be looking at certain glands. On top of that we also have other additional stuff, for example CBL. So you may know that certain universities teach PBL and some teach CBL. So CBL is case-based learning as opposed to problem-based learning. So as I said, we learn in system blocks, and with CBL you have cases once you've finished each block. So for example, if I did the MSK system, musculoskeletal, we'll have cases based on that system, and you would talk through those real life cases in small groups. So you have a small CBL group, and then after that small CBL group you have a bigger one, and that's where you all come together and you discuss those cases with a leader. But in the small CBL it's just you and your group. One of my favorite things that we have is clinical skills. First year we haven't really been exposed to it as much as I would have liked to. However, I do feel like with February coming, I've looked at our timetable and we do have it more often. Essentially in clinical skills it's what you kind of expect to learn as a doctor. So you're learning to take glucose measurements, you're learning urine analysis. I always mess up on saying that word. You also learn about temperature regulation, so using a thermometer, taking temperature in different areas. Moreover, we've had CCP sessions. So obviously the medical cohort currently is massive. We have 340 in our year, so obviously not everybody can come together and do everything at once. There's loads and loads of little groups, and then within the big groups you have those little groups, if that makes sense. CCP is communication for clinical practice. So what happens is you're in small groups and you are observed whilst doing simulation, a consultation with a simulated patient. One thing I've noticed within medical school, it's all about reflection and taking on feedback and not taking it as criticism, but taking it as something that you need to build upon. And I do believe that you continue to do this across the years and you get given different scenarios, more difficult situations, so it has been really good so far. Another thing that has been involved in year one is a research project. So as far as I'm aware, there's RS1, which is research project 1, that happens in year 1, RS2 and RS3, and I think you do it up to 3rd year, then after that you don't have to do it, I don't think. What this involves in year 1 is just basically writing an abstract. I'm not going to go into too much information in this, but it's not that bad, and I feel like in comparison to many other medical schools, Liverpool's very good at this in making it less stressful in a way. Like you get given an academic advisor who helps you throughout it. You have meetings, you can ask questions, and you have a lot of time to do it within, and it's not actually that difficult. Okay, so there's so much more I could say in terms of academics, but this is just kind of me briefly explaining everything just so you guys understand what's involved in year 1. Of course, I've still not finished year 1, and I will complete this video when I finish year 1. Moving on to social life, which is the fun bit. Obviously, coming to medical school and just university in general has been a big change, because I myself have been to a private all-girls school, and I feel like the environment is so much more different than you expect, but it's so interesting because you get to learn what different people are like. I've been trying to go out minimum 4 times a week ever since I've started university. I think it's so important to try and go out, but not go out too much, because you do need time to yourself, you need time to call or speak to your family, and also it's not always good to go out all the time, because soon you realise that that can actually depress you even more, as ironic as that sounds, because I also live in Manchester and Liverpool is only 50 minutes away, so I've been trying to go home almost every 2 weeks or even every week if I can, because of course I love family, I love spending time with them too, and I love balancing family life, social life with friends, and also work life, which hasn't been easy because initially it was a lot to take on, but over time you learn how to manage it. In terms of societies, I have joined the medical society, although I haven't really attended any of their events yet, which I should do. I've joined Hindu society, and that's probably my favourite society, because within that they have a Bollywood society, and their dance classes give me life every week. It's something I look forward to, and I feel like everybody who joins university needs to go to a society, because it's something that keeps you going, that you don't necessarily, it gives you an opportunity to essentially socialize with other people whilst doing something you love as well. Okay, so the video just randomly stopped filming. I don't even know what I was saying. I am planning to make a lot more videos. I feel like I don't have the full confidence yet to kind of do vlogs or just talk about my day in general, just as a medical student. Eventually I will get that. The thing is, I know that people I know watch my videos. They're probably watching it right now, like some people I know, and sometimes people don't even tell me, so I just kind of, I'm just like, cringe. Yeah, so that's my first year summed up. As you can tell, it has been amazing. I do want to mention one thing. I feel like everybody has this impression that as soon as you go to university, you're gonna have the time of your life. I feel like people watching my stories as well think my life is perfect. And yes, I will say it's a lot better than I expected my uni life to be. There defo has been times where I have been feeling quite low. One thing I would just say is just kind of be grateful for what you have. If you even manage to get into medical school and you're at university, you are so lucky as well. YouTube is something that I've been wanting to do for years now, and because of GCSEs, A-levels, I've been using excuses to not regularly, consistently make videos. Even now I haven't been, but I'm trying my best. Anyways, I'm actually going to end it now. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!